Okay, I'm going to be doing a video on what somebody called adult-sized childishness. Although it's when a person who is both physically and legally an adult insists on acting like a child for various reasons. And there's a lot of basically people who are mentally children in prison right now. And a lot of them sometimes get into other places. The thing is it's like, crimes that we normally would attribute to kids, such as certain types of vandalism, are often committed by adults. In fact, there was a 27-year-old man, I think last year, if I remember correctly, who was arrested for kicking over a bunch of crosses and all that. For at a Veterans Memorial. He just walked right through them and just started kicking them over. And doesn't that sound like something a kid would do? But nope. Adult-sized childishness. I mean, look at gangbangers. It's like, hell, even let's take it a step up. The mafia. This one reporter said to Sammy the Bull Gravano in an interview, "You make it sound like high school or something." And he's like, "Yeah, well, in high school you throw a spitball at somebody. We use real bullets." That was Sammy the Bull's reply. And that's the problem. They often get a hold of guns and end up in prison or dead as a result. See, another person, I was once told that to be considered legally an adult, you shouldn't have to reach a certain age, you should have to pass a certain test. And I'm like, yeah, that might be a good idea, because, I mean, it's like, I know frickin' high school students who are more mature than Donald Trump is. And, but it's like, it's really stupid. It's like, I even made a video on the age of consent. It's like, commenting about the age of consent. It's like, they say a 15-year-old is too young to consent to sex and all that stuff, and then it's like, then when the second they go and pull an armed robbery or commit a murder, or not even a murder, I mean, let's just say, an armed, or even an armed, not even a murder, or even an armed robbery, let's just say a carjacking, or non-violent felony or something, breaking into a house or vandalizing it, people are just screaming for them to be tried as adults. As far as spanking children goes, I actually think it can be effective if done properly. However, I do think it can also be very destructive if done improperly, because once a child reaches a certain age, like, I think generally about puberty, once they start growing pubic hair, it's pretty much too late to start whipping them, because they're not going to learn anything, and if anything, they'll just get worse. See, people often look for solutions, and they tend to think that the solution to a problem that will make them feel better is the correct solution. That is not the answer at all. Often what will make you feel good will often make the problem worse. And anyway, I'm just, shocked about all this stuff. Well, not really shocked, really, but it's like, there's a lot of people these days who can't, for example, take criticism, even though they're legally adults, that they get all butthurt about it. They, will throw temper tantrums. They, they think me, my, me, myself, and I. And, a lot of older people go, "What's wrong with this generation?" Like, maybe haven't you considered you're what's wrong with the generation? I mean, you're the one who taught the current generation. Or we're supposed to. But in any case, it's just the world is changing. And childhood and adulthood are more mixed now than ever. Because it's like when you I saw this one meme. It's like when you turn 21, you get to finally legally do all the stuff you were doing since you were 15, and that's the way I see it. And anyway, it's just people don't really want to take responsibility these days. People are becoming, it's taking progressively longer for people to mature. And they say 25 is the new 18. That doesn't surprise me. Because people are just, there's not as much reason to grow up, and it also takes longer to grow up because you gotta go through schooling and all that crap and blah 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 blah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.